That is like the biggest thing that helped me to become my own person. The most attractive thing is confidence. Jealousy just comes from insecurity within yourself. You're gonna find out and you're gonna leave him and then you're gonna go find somebody better no matter what. Hey guys, what is up and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hope you are all doing well. I honestly did not plan on filming today, but I kind of just got ready because I was bored and then I just felt like filming. So I decided to do a little drive with me plus a girl talk, answering some juicy questions or like giving some advice because I feel like we haven't really done that in a while. We haven't done a little drive with me. I feel like I stopped filming in the car because I kind of stopped going to Starbucks as much, which is like typically when I would film in the car. But since I got a new Nespresso machine for Christmas, I haven't really been going to Starbucks, which is insane. And so I kind of missed driving in the car and doing these drive with me's with you guys. It is so cold out, so I kind of have to like put the heat up, and usually that is kind of loud. I put on my Instagram story for you guys to ask me some juicy questions, so we're just gonna be driving around. I'm super bored. I have literally nothing to do. Maybe I'll drive by the water because I haven't done that in so long. It's honestly such like a form of therapy to just like go and stare out into the ocean, talk to my camera. I guess I'll start this video off with a little life update. In my New Year's resolution type video, I was saying how I had these great vibes for 2022 and that I just had a feeling that it was gonna be like a great year. And it's already 1 week in and it's been kind of a shit show, I'm not gonna lie. To say the least, it has kind of just not really been going my way, which is fine. Like, I'm still really positive about it and it's not like, you know, really upsetting me, but it's just like crazy how I like was going on and on about how I had such great vibes in 2022 and just everything is just going downhill. Just like my mental health, like, I don't know, I've just been feeling really weird and kind of like stuck because I'm the type of person who kind of just always is trying to reinvent themselves, like especially in the beginning, since I'm really trying to grind and grow on YouTube and there's so many other people who are also trying to do the same thing, so you kind of have to reinvent yourself time and time again to kind of keep it new and fresh and keep people interested in your life. I have been feeling a little bit stuck in this little in-between process of reinventing myself, figuring out who I want to be for this new year, what type of content I want to do for this new year, because you know I've been kind of doing the same type of videos over and over again and I'm still gonna be doing them, but I just feel like, I don't know, do something new and fresh. Last night I was laying in bed and I found myself watching some of my old vlogs and I was getting super emotional for some reason because I just get so hard on myself. I kept thinking that I needed to go back and be how I was a year ago. I needed to change all these things about myself, all this stuff. It's so weird. I always go through phases of it. Like, I'm not like this all the time. And I saw a quote this morning on Instagram. It said something like, you should never be thinking, I need to get myself back to me at this point in my life, or I need to get my body back to how it looked 2 years ago. Like, you should never be having those thoughts because life is about moving forward and progressing and changing. Like, without change, life would be so meaningless and like pointless because you would just get so bored, and that's just what keeps life interesting. That's what makes life worth living, is change. So that kind of made me feel better about it this morning because it honestly made so much sense. Like, why am I trying to go back to a year ago when I've made so much progress in this last year? I just pulled up to the beach, by the way, and it's super sunny. It's like the sun's kind of setting. I'm gonna pull into a little parking spot really quick. It's so beautiful here right now. The sun hasn't been out in a few days, and so today it was like kind of sunny and I felt really happy about it. And look how beautiful the ocean looks right now. I just love it here. It's not even like that pretty because where I live is just like really not pretty at all. It's not very scenic, but this spot is just so nostalgic to me and I've been coming here for years, and it's like just to think back at all the points in my life that I was at when I've come here. It's just like so crazy. I don't know, I just love being here. Anyways, yeah, that's what's been going on with me. I'm gonna have a new mindset about it. That's why I wanted to kind of film this little talking advice session, because that's kind of like my form of therapy as well, is like speaking it, and like if I say it then I start believing it myself. So we're gonna go and answer your guys' questions. I'm gonna pull them up right now. I'm gonna keep them anonymous just in case you don't want me to like, you know, put you on blast and say your name. This is a good first question. It says, how to not lose yourself when in a relationship. This is a very good question, and I feel like it's very normal to lose yourself when you're in a relationship, especially if you're in like a long-term relationship. I feel like I definitely went through this. I'm in a 5-year relationship right now, so I've definitely been through times where I felt like this. When you're young and you're still developing, like your brain is still developing, who you are is still developing, like your personality, it is so easy to get lost in that and have your personality like morphed into another person if you're with them 24/7 and you just like kind of become one person. Like there was a point in my relationship where I was honestly very scared and nothing was wrong. Like we weren't fighting, anything like that, but I just felt so off because I felt like my only personality trait was that I had a boyfriend. Like I felt like I wasn't my own person. I felt like I didn't have my own characteristics. Like I felt like anybody else who knew me, whenever they thought of me, they would just think of me and my boyfriend. Like they would just think of us as like a couple. So once I realized that, I obviously really wanted to fix it. You cannot spend too much time with your significant other. I'm the type of person who I really struggle to be alone and I always have to be with somebody, whether it's my boyfriend or my best friend. But that is like the biggest thing that I think helped me to become my own person, is to force myself to be alone and force myself to just spend time with myself. Also, pick up a hobby that you like to do, just you by yourself. It's really important for you and your boyfriend to have time apart and have other interests that are not like each other, and separate things that can kind of characterize you as a person and not you guys together, if that makes any sense. So once I started YouTube and once I started getting into social media, I had that to kind of focus on, and whenever I was alone, all I wanted to do was just film a video or edit a video, and I liked doing that when I was by myself because, you know, my boyfriend doesn't really like to do that all the time, and it kind of helped me form my own like thing, like, you know what I mean? Do you get jealous easily? If so, how do you deal with it? Honestly, I do get jealous easily. I've definitely gotten way better over the years, just because I get very protective over the people that I love. I'm actually gonna move the car because this sun is just really it's not doing it for me. Oh my god, this is so beautiful. Look at the beach. Oh my god. Like I was saying, the way that I have dealt with it, honestly, came from working on myself internally. I've realized that the feeling of jealousy really does stem from insecurity, and as much as somebody is gonna say like, no, I'm not insecure, like whatever, like they're gonna blame it on other things other than like themselves. I truly believe that jealousy just comes from insecurity within yourself, and it really says a lot about you. And I will gladly admit that because I was very insecure growing up. I was bullied a lot growing up. Boys would always be so mean to me, so like I never even thought that I would ever have a boyfriend. Like that's what I grew up thinking. So I feel like once I did get a boyfriend, which Sam is my first boyfriend, I think that's where I kind of got that like jealousy thing from, because I was like, okay, I have a boyfriend now, like this is something I never thought would happen, and I kind of got really protective over that. So the way I kind of stopped being as jealous is really working on myself internally and working on self-love and working on my confidence. I'm not kidding. The second I started loving myself for who I am, being confident, I literally do not get jealous as easily anymore, because I always think if somebody is gonna do something, if my boyfriend is gonna do something, which I know he would never, but if for some reason, you know, you can never say never, if for some reason I know in myself that I am a great person, I'm a great girl, I truly do like love myself and I feel very confident in my skin, so I always just remember that like I'm going to be fine in the end of the day. There's just nothing to be insecure about. So because I'm like so much less insecure, I do not find myself getting jealous anymore. So I really think that you have to really take time to love yourself for who you are. Look at yourself internally, because what you give out is what you will receive. Because no matter what, if your boyfriend's gonna do something, you're gonna find out and you're gonna leave him, and then you're gonna go find somebody better no matter what. So it doesn't matter. There's no use in getting jealous over stupid things. Let's see the next one. It's 333, everybody. I've been seeing angel numbers everywhere. Someone said, are you on birth control? No, I'm not. Are you okay with your boyfriend liking other girls' pictures? No. And before you guys come at me and say that that's hypocritical because of the whole speech that I just gave about not being jealous, that is a whole other thing. That's not getting jealous. Like that's more your boyfriend not respecting you, you know? It's more of a respect thing from your significant other. And I see people posting about this on TikTok, and like girls will say the same thing I'm saying right now, and then they'll have so many boys and people in their comments like disagreeing and being like, your boyfriend should be able to like whatever he wants, like it's just a like on a picture. No, absolutely not. It is not just a like on a picture, because there's just no reason for you to have to like a picture and have the whole world know that you like that picture enough to click a little heart next to it. It's like embarrassing for your girlfriend. Like why are you doing that when you have a girlfriend? I don't know. I just feel like that is just very not right, and no one can change my mind on that. Sorry. I get really bad period cramps. How do I deal with them? Please let me know. I'm 14. I love you so much. I love you so much more. That is so exciting that you got your period. I know that it must suck and it does suck, but you know you're a woman now, so join the club. It's a fun time. My opinion is to take Motrin. That's what I take. Motrin works so good, or Midol. Drink a lot of water, exercise, because moving around kind of helps cramps for me especially, and just find different things that help you, because I feel like everybody's different. It's kind of hard to just like say one specific thing that helps them, because you know we're all trying to figure it out, and what works for me may not work for you. But congratulations on getting your period, and I hope you feel better. How to look good in front of your ex. Be confident. I don't care how you do your makeup. I don't care what your outfit looks like. If you are confident and you put on a front that you don't give a fuck and that you're doing so much better, even if you're faking it, pull out your best acting skills and be confident as fuck. And that is how you're gonna look good, because I promise you the most attractive thing is confidence, and he will definitely be like, damn, I lost that and she's doing way better without me. Something you were embarrassed about earlier and then realized it's not so embarrassing anymore. I was very embarrassed about my body when I was younger. Like, I've always just looked way younger than I actually am, and you know, obviously I don't have these big features that these models do online, like big butt and all that stuff, and I was very like embarrassed about that. But then I also started thinking differently about that once I started to actually love myself more, because every body is beautiful. Just because I don't have all these curves like all these other girls doesn't mean I'm any less of a woman, and I am the age that I am. It doesn't matter what age I look, as long as you present yourself in a way where you're confident and you're working with what you got, you can always look good, and you can always look in the mirror and like what you see. I really struggled with like body image and stuff, but now I just go to the gym just to feel healthy. I don't go for any other reason to like look different or anything. Yeah, I realized that it's really not embarrassing at all. Have you ever liked somebody who didn't like you back? Probably. Yeah, when I was younger, definitely, 100%. Like I said, boys were really mean to me, and I didn't really talk to any of them. Who do you stalk on social media the most? Honestly, I like stalking my friends. Like, maybe like friends that I've met through social media, and like just girls in general. Like, when I see like a really pretty girl, like I will go stalk her Instagram. I will go stalk everything about her. I literally only stalk girls. Yeah, if you are one of my internet friends, I probably have stalked you before, because you're pretty and I love you. That's that. How to be okay with seeing your ex with another girl. It just feels shitty, you know. I'm so sorry that you're going through that, because I can just imagine that that is really shitty, but just remember that they are your ex for a reason, and just remember all the reasons why you guys broke up in the first place, and remember they are not going to be beneficial to your future. Also, distract yourself. If you can block this person or mute them at least, just so that you don't see their pictures together, I promise you that's going to help so much. Out of sight, out of mind. I swear by that. Like, seriously, if you are still following them, please unfollow. This one says, I've been so depressed because of college. No matter how hard I study, I don't get the grades that I want. Trust me when I tell you that a grade does not define you. It does not define you as a student. It does not define your intelligence. It does not define you at all. I honestly think that there's so many flaws in like the school system and just tests in general. Clearly, you are hardworking, you study, you try your best, and just because you're not getting that grade that you want to see, it does not mean that you are not smart enough. It does not mean that you are not gonna be successful. Like, I promise you, you are going to do great things. As long as you have that good work ethic, you will be super successful, and do not let your grades bring you down. I know that it can be very stressful, like for some people who are trying to get good grades to, you know, get into another school or get good grades to get a certain GPA, but please don't put too much pressure on yourself, and just continue trying your best, because that's all you can do. Do you feel refreshed to start this year or anxious? I was refreshed, but then I started getting really anxious. It kind of threw me for a loop a little bit, but now I feel like I'm going to try to have a new mindset about it, and I'm going to just keep doing what I know how to do and try to find myself along the way. I got this other question the other day that said, like, what is something that you're most proud of yourself for just in the past few years? My answer to that was just the impact that I've had on people, whether I knew I was doing it or from when you guys DM me and like tell me how I've helped you in some way. And when people tell me that I'm their comfort YouTuber, I literally want to curl in a ball and just cry, because I grew up watching YouTubers as my source of comfort, and so the fact that I do that for somebody out there, even just one person, makes me feel like such an incredible feeling. I don't even know if proud is the word to describe how that makes me feel, but it is just like such a great feeling, and I'm so extremely happy and so just fulfilled that I can help somebody in that same way that I know that YouTubers have helped me. Like, I really get it, and it's a real full circle thing. So yeah, I think that's it for today. I'm really freezing and I need to go back home to eat dinner. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. I'm always here if you guys need to talk. I'll definitely be doing more of these videos, so leave your comments down below. We can talk in the comments. I love you guys more than you'll ever know. Love yourself. You're beautiful. And I will certainly see you in the next one. Bye.